Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique. Can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And it's Machop Community Day. Yes, January 15th, it's Machop Community Day. So, before we get into that, let's talk about what's going on with me in the game right now. So where am I at? Well, pulling up my account real fast, because it's a few minutes before it actually starts. I'm actually going to go out and do a little. I was against it, but not because, I don't want to participate in it, but, I'm not pressed to get any shiny since, I've already got one of the shiny Machop. So anything else would just be extra. Bag space is pretty limited when it comes to that. So where I am, there is a Sinnoh collection challenge going on. That was followed up from the previous challenge from last week. So I think they're going to continue doing these. You had the Unova one, so Sinnoh, I'm expecting next week to be one of these other generations, and eventually, I would imagine in February there's a Kanto one for, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's not super important to me. It's just nice to get those medals, okay? So they usually have, 8, 9, maybe 10 of these Pokemon. They switched it up on you this time. And again, this is a grievance I have with them. We're in the middle of a pandemic, trying to get through it, and they keep pressing these battles with these rocket guys. I mean, I haven't seen Giovanni in forever, so it's like, hey, we're not pressuring you to do all of this to reach him because we're not giving you a new Shadow Legendary, let alone a new Legendary to take on, period. But hey, there's another video where I complained about all that. If you were here because you like me complaining, or maybe you don't like that, so you stop watching, I don't know. It's irrelevant to what's pointed out here. If you notice, you've got 2 Pokemon that are Shadow Pokemon. So you aren't going to just get those just walking around. You're going to have to encounter these rocket grunts and hope that they say certain dialogue. Like I think for Snowvert, it said something about, frozen in your tracks, and Stunky, I can't remember what it said, but, you either got lucky finding those in the wild, or you got even luckier where they came to you in the balloons. I was even luckier, and they both came to me in the balloons with maybe a day or so to spare. I think they ramp up the amount that they give, but in the beginning, it's like finding a needle in the haystack. Always. Same thing with the Pharisee. It's like, don't want to do this. Oh, 1 day left. Suddenly they appear, and then after you get them, they're everywhere. So, yeah, you had to do a Rocket Go battle, so we'll see what interesting thing or annoying thing that they do to get you to get out here and get these Pokemon for the next generation event. So I was happy to get that. Another thing I completed was that level 43 challenge. I know some of you have passed me on that. You're on the 45 and what have you. Here's the deal. That contest is still going on, and that's open to anybody who's able to meet those conditions. What were those conditions? Because some of you clearly forgot. You had to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You had to be on the Pokemon Go High Point page. And then lastly, you had to do 2 more things. I know it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. You just had to take a screenshot of your character with the level showing that you're level 46, right? And then provide me PayPal information, whether that be on Messenger or on YouTube. You just private message me, even on Twitter, youtube.com/Captain Sensation, CPT Sensation. That's at Twitter. So, find me on whatever platform you can find me on and message me that, and you get $46. So you're like, well, I didn't know about it, or why aren't you talking about it as much? I'm not going to keep promoting some of these contests. You guys, I'm looking at you to kind of remember, kind of pay attention. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. That's just as far as I'm going to continue to take it. Would I love to keep $46? Yes. But I did put it out there, so, it's open to anybody who's watching. So I'm not going to remind people like, hey, I'm giving away money, I'm giving away money, I'm giving away money. No, it's up to you to remember if that's what you wanted. And to be honest with you, here we are. I'm also 100 battles finally done with Team Rocket. You know, the team, the grunts, all of that. I finally did 100. But I'm not out of the woods yet. I still need the XP, so about 2.5 million. I wish I would have been grinding more because I probably would have been done with it now if I cared enough, but I don't. Sorry, Niantic, sorry if you're watching this and that is not as exciting, but this isn't as fun as it should be. And we'll get back to that in a second, why it's not fun, but, you know, see last video for more elaboration. So I've got 2 out of the 4 tasks done, and I'm close to, or I'm sorry, I'm now at 3 out of the 4 tasks done. I'm close to the end. The end is you got to do 50 Go Rocket battles. What are the Go Rocket battles? You know, well, you know, Cliff, Arlo, Sierra, but 50 of them means you have to do over 300 battles. You've got, it takes 6, you know, of those grunts just to get 1 radar. Or you spend your hard-earned cash on it. $2 equals, here in America anyway, United States, $2 is 200 coins. So, you know, 50 radars, $2 a radar, well, you do the math. $100, right? Well, I'm happy to announce that instead of paying $100, I'd only be paying $58 now. So what does that have to do? It boomerangs back to this $46 that I'm giving away. If you're somewhere in the middle, well, if you spent the rest of that to get it done with, and you get the 46 from me, you kind of break even, right? You spend $6 and you get this done. So that's the incentive there if you were watching this. So, you know, I'm closer. I'm more motivated to grind knowing that I don't have to keep doing the grunts as much, but I'm still only halfway done with the grunts because, you know, again, I just did the 100. That's still twice as many just to be done with it. And they just drug that out as a time waster, and you can tell because the whole level 44 was like a roadblock for most people. Not only did you not have the XP, most people, I would imagine, did not. And you're eventually going to run out. They designed it to make you run out, but knowing that you were going to run out, you shouldn't be running out till like level 70. You know, if they did it how it should have been, where, you know, it was fair or consistent with the previous 40 levels, you know, hey, give us 40 more levels. And you can give maybe 2 tasks for each one, and then go ahead and add the XP on that, and it'll feel like it's more rewarding. It'll feel like along the way I was grinding more and more and more, so by the time I got to level 79, 80, I still played a lot to get XP. I saw it coming that I was going to run out versus, well, I'm stuck here. I'll be here a while. That's a good way to burn people out and turn people off of the game, my opinion. So let's get to the rest of this video, which is why you probably clicked on it. Machop Community Day. I keep saying Machamp because that's all I really care about is a shiny Machamp, but it's Machop Community Day is what I should be saying. It's here, and in 3 minutes it's live. So we're going to cut here and get to that, and hopefully we get enough to maybe 100,000 XP today, if not more. I plan on using some lucky eggs. The good thing about that 45 research, or 43 research, excuse me, I'm ahead of myself, is that it gave you some incubators, so there should be some decreased walking and what have you, so I saved those for then. So catch you in the next clip and we'll see what happens. And we're back. So we actually went to a couple of places. We went to an old stomping ground, but before we did that, we went to the High Point Museum. And it was a nice little romp there. You know, I want to say that I played for maybe an hour and a half, and I had 2 objectives, like I told you. I may have at least mentioned one of them. Now, first and foremost, I forgot to post the prize information, which was lowest CP shiny Machamp wins a prize. Some people think it's just the base form. It's never the base form. It's just too easy. And while we did have Machops already out there that you could have had that were shiny. Did you evolve it all the way? I don't know, but that's what the contest was. So hopefully you guys still jumped on board. I see some of you are up here with a 38 and 39 CP. We'll see if somebody catches on. I know, unfortunately, with it being late, some of you might have already had one and thought, oh, no contest, I'll go ahead and delete it. So apologize for that. But we'll see how it turns out. Somebody's going to win. Maybe that's you. So getting back into it, was I going to get the Hulk, the Machop, I'm not sure how some of y'all are saying, Machop. I think I called mine just Hulk. But I got quite a few of those without even trying. That's just pretty much how it turns out. I was trying to say, hey, we've got the 100 of the rocket battles done. Let's keep grinding towards the leaders. Got a couple of those along the way, but the Gotcha was the MVP because it got some of these Machamps that I wasn't even really caring about. Again, not knocking the event for what it was, although I should. It's just that inadvertently I need the Stardust, finally at 4 million Stardust, and I also needed more XP to get me closer. So the goal was what did I say, 100,000, something like that? I think I ended up doing like 300,000. It's possible that if I play for like 8 hours or something crazy like that, which I don't see ever happening again, that I could get like 1 million or something like that within a day. It is possible. It was a lot easier a couple of months ago during the double XP, but again, holiday time, really? Holiday time or other things that were more important, I couldn't give everything, couldn't give my all to the game like some of you have been able to. So slight regret there. I'm not salty, just a pinch of salt, a dash of salt. I don't know, but that's where we're at as of now. The research was fun. The professor, he kept rambling about some, and you'll see the footage beside me. I don't know if that'll keep going after I keep rambling, but I'm not going to speak to any of that right here, right now. This go around, mainly because half of the content was about other things, and the other half was about, well, the actual event. So how many did you get? I actually, as of this time right now, because there's still at least an hour left into the event, but I doubt I'm going to get any more of them here from the house. Maybe if I'm lucky, right? I got a good 10 of them. That's the most I've gotten of a shiny since I can remember. Maybe, I don't even know if Weedle was that many yet. Somebody can fact check me later and tell me, oh, this one you had like 10 or 12. It does happen to me every blue moon, and it's usually for ones that I'm not really invested in. Let there be a Gibble community day and watch me get like 2 or 3, if that. And then there's a Rosalia community day, and I get, 20 of those. Heaven forbid there's like a Rosalia community day. Wait, what's that? They actually, hold on. They actually are doing one. And theatrics aside, yeah. They announced it before the Machop community day. So what does that really mean? Well, for me, I'm bitter about that in the sense that I already had a Machop, and some of you probably traded for one if you didn't have one. And then you're going to give Rosalia, which a lot of people have at this point too. I mean, that community, not community day, it was like a 24-hour thing, like 2 days. And 1 in 4 of those jokers was shiny. So to give a community day now after charging $12 for that Kanto thing, it seems like that was a waste. It should have been something stellar. No one was, like, if I'd have known in advance, hey, it's going to be those two. And maybe that was their chance, right? What did you have to do? You had to buy before like January 3rd to get both. So they timed it right to where it was like a couple days before Machop Community Day. They're like, oh, by the way, it's Rosalia. Be mad now, but we've already got your money. They could have just been so much more creative. I mean, the Bidoof Community Day, although people would have been salty about that, it would have just been something new. That's all I'm asking for, Niantic. Something new, a new legendary. So, yeah, not really invested in that one too. So we'll see how many I get from that. I know it's gonna have a great move. I think it's gonna have like Weather Ball or something like that. I don't even remember what it was, but we'll talk about that in another video. Back to Machamp. The professor was rambling on about, you know, there being some kind of like a boxing Machamp, like a fight, just a whole fighting kind of theme, and how he watched some movie of it, and you eventually got some of the stuff that I got now. What I enjoyed was finally having some incubators. Didn't really take advantage of those. Like I said, we went to the museum first and then went somewhere else to play and try to get some kilometers that way. It didn't really work out, but you know, it's fine. I was not trying to play the whole day. I had other errands I was doing. What I want you guys to do is check out the other videos on the channel. We played some Scott Pilgrim vs. the World there. We've got some Super Mario 64 still going. Some Super Mario Maker is still there. There was that Zelda series, Zelda 2. Show that some love. A lot of you haven't seen that one. Maybe Zelda 2 is not your game, but it would help me out if you check that out. A lot of time and effort put into that. So please check those out. Got some videos for February already on deck. I'm happy to show you guys that when it's due. I'm actually getting ready to play some of that right here, right now when this video ends. That being said, I have maybe 23 or 27 more of these leaders to fight, and it's still about 45, 50 bucks, something crazy like that. So if I can get it lower, I think they even gave you, the research gave you a radar, so that knocked off one of them. It'd be dope if, like, maybe during Kanto you give like 3 radars, 5 radars, something like that. That would be a big plus, because, you know, where I'm at, not even finances, like where I'm at, like just off of principle, is I'm not spending more than $20 on radars. Like if it was right here right now, it's like, it's just $20. Just go ahead and buy, you know, 20 of these, not 20. Is it 20? $2 times 10 is $20. So yeah, if it was just 10 of those, go ahead. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep chipping away and see if I can get it as close as I can before I even, you know, decide to cross that bridge. So once again, thank you to my Patreons, my day ones. Appreciate all of you. Please like, comment, share. We've got to share the videos. We need that to beat this YouTube algorithm, or at least have it work with us here on this channel. We've got some more news coming on, I'm sure, next week that I'll be sharing with you guys. I meant to have this be a separate video as far as, you know, the research stuff with the Machop, but it all coincided in one, so you got a larger video. How many Machops did you get? How many Machamps did you evolve to? Was the payback move worth it to you? Don't forget to do that, of course, by the time this airs. You probably won't get the chance to do it anymore. But I love you guys. See you in the next one. The Yellow Hat Guy is out. Captain Sensation!